I'm going to try and engrave the Swan logo onto the chopping board, and I'm going to be using a mini engraver that was sent to me by a company called Gearbest to do this, just out of curiosity whether this would work. So I'm using something called Benbox, which is software that is provided with this thing anyway. So this is the chopping board. It's oak, and that was leveled on the CNC machine, and this is the engraver that I'll be using. And if this works, potentially this is how I'll personalize or identify things that I've made in the future. Okay, 2 fucking hours later, I've managed to get it to move after everything I said in the previous video. Well, I had this problem before, and it seems like you have to punch in the details, the numbers in manually before it starts doing stuff. They are on a folder in the software, installation for software. Okay, so this is a screen capture of the folder with the software in it, and these are some of the files or documents that you can access, including a map of the shield, something to do with the driver location where you can test it in your driver folder, and also how to use Benbox folder with a series of images with the steps that you'll need to take to use the software. You don't have to shut down your antivirus software, it can install with that on. I'd recommend keeping that on. It is a little bit fiddly, you have to put these numbers in, and it seems to be the case that they have to be done pretty much every time you use the software. I'm just going to let the slideshow run so you get an idea of what these are. So this information should be in your software folder, don't delete it. Make sure you select the right firmware appropriate to the model that you've bought, and it's basically a bit of trial and error until you work out the correct procedure to using the software, but it does work. So I've got a bit of cardboard under here. It did turn on and I managed to burn through the cardboard into the table. I've obviously got the machine the wrong way around, and I've obviously burnt into the table again, fuck's sake. Well, I guess this is a laser engraver after all. So I'm doing several tests on cardboard, later on birch ply, and eventually I will make the laser engraving on the chopping board. This is just so I'm confident that it will engrave the way I want it to. I do have a fan on, at least it's kind of pulling, you can actually see it pulling the smoke up there, but I should really have something exhausting this stuff out. And I have opened the window. I've just re-edited the file so the beak doesn't have as much detail in it, so hopefully that whole section will come out a bit clearer. But it's just, it's kind of trial and error learning how to prepare the file for actually doing this, to the point where the laser engraving is marked by the kind of crosshair in the circle. So it's just finishing up the Swan. Looks pretty good. So the Swan looks like she fell asleep with her mascara on. So I am engraving the chopping board now. I had to raise one end up so I could rest it correctly. It's pretty mesmerizing to watch through green tinted goggles, but it would be much safer to shield the laser behind some kind of enclosure. Probably should have stuck it a bit closer to the edge, or it would have been nice actually doing it along here, but yeah, well, you live and learn. I think it might be fun to engrave some more drawings on the back of the board, but firstly I need to get some proper extraction. There are alternative softwares including T2 Laser and STORCAM, but I've not used them, so I cannot vouch for their success or failures. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. Please do sacrifice a thumb, and I'll see you in the future.